Oh, that's why that's like that. Okay. Let's see if we can fix it. There we go. Hey, good morning, Omar. Oh, getting up early today. There we go. Heading off to get some side work done. And then I'm going to go into the shop later today, and we're going to talk about the 26. If it's ready, if we're up on production, we're going to go to the range hopefully this week or next week. Yeah, it's about 5:30 in the morning. I mean, I've done earlier lives, but you got to get up and go do some side work, earn some side money. Jasmine, what's going on? Welcome to Stiffler Manufacturing in the morning. We're driving through Arizona. You guys aren't an off-the-line kind of green light, are you? But yeah, we'll be heading back to the shop later. Got to talk about the 26, see when we're going to get it ready for another test shoot. If it is, we'll take it off to the range, document everything, and if it's good to go, we're going to start some production. I'm hoping that happens this week or next week. We are still sending slides off to California. We are still sending parts kits, and we are still sending barrels all the way until December 31st. Once December 31st hits, we are going to stop shipping barrels. And we've got that notated on the website. We've got to go and add it to all of the completes, but it's currently listed on the barrels and it's currently listed on the front page. So, yep, starting December 31st, we are going to stop shipping barrels and complete slides to California. But we will still ship parts kits and stripped slides, because that is still within compliance of their BS law, SB 704. Which, if you're Californian, I mean, come on, guys, do better. Try harder. 2A is the way, you know? And then we've got a potential background slide. I can't really go into details on design because we might be sending this off to a distributor. And we don't know if it's going to be a distributor exclusive where you can only get it through them. Again, we got negotiations and talks to go through. But, yeah, we'll see how that goes. We might have another slide coming. And if it is a distributor, I mean, we'll show it off, you know, on social media and be like, hey, this is where you can get it, if it is a distributor exclusive. But that'll be interesting. And so people have been asking for something like it for a little while now, so it'll be, you know, kind of cool if we do it. And it should be available in the 19, the 17, and the 26. I don't know about the 43 when we start working on that. But this design should be available in the 19, the 17, and the 26. Still 17.4 stainless steel, just like always. You know, we're not dipping down into 416. Will be a probably maybe a more affordable slide. Right up there with the Zoom. So, excited to see where that goes. What you braking for, that hard, buckaroo? You just had to, you know, coast into that lane. Like, you wear down your brake pads faster doing that. You can just coast into your lane. You can coast to the light. You don't have to hard brake, you know, mess up the people behind you. Relax. Driving's got to be chill. Just signal and let us know what you're doing. You didn't have to brake and then signal. Just let me know what you're doing, guy. And the sun rises probably in about half an hour, 45 minutes. But how we all doing this morning? Welcome to Stiffler Manufacturing. We turn bars of steel into gun slides for the Generation 3 Glock 19 and Glock 17. We're almost done with the 26, and after that we are going to be working on the 43. Where we go from there, I don't know. We're going to have to see how 2026 takes us, but yeah, that's what we're looking at. What the hell? Or the last second lane change. That was strange. Oh, I went off to Sportsman's Warehouse. Some of you were in our live yesterday when I was walking around outside near the bike trail, and went in there and I was checking on prices between the 43 and the 43X, because we're gonna have to go buy one once we start working on the 43. Gonna need one in the shop. And you know, the 43 was like $430, so I might have to shop around a little bit. And the 43X was like $480. And I don't know, we probably need to get both at some point. So might have to shop around. Bill Poole, what's going on, man? Might have to shop around, see if we can get a better price. They did have a 43X there that was like $380, but it's a used one, and the previous owner did something to it. And so I kind of wanted, they were a little busy at the time, and I kind of, if they weren't busy, I was going to ask them, hey, can we take the slide off this and off the OEM, and can I do a comparison? You know, I want to see that everything here is still to spec, because it looks like the guy recoated it. And I just want to make sure everything is still solid, you know, spec-wise. But they were a little busy, so we didn't end up doing that. And I just walked out buying some ammo. Oh, and I want to do another range video too, when we go out to the desert or something, or maybe we go up to Pima Pistol Club or something. But getting time away from the shop and from work has been rough. And I'm thinking we might do it at the Pistol Club, because that way we have a better way to record. We can bring a tripod with us and we can take some good video. So yeah, we might do the Pistol Club. I don't know. I'm going to try for like 2 weeks from now. Not this coming weekend, but like, well, maybe next weekend or the week after. And we go to the range, and yeah, we'll go up in our you know, Stiffler gear, got our swag, Stiffler shirts and hats, and you know, maybe we'll meet and greet some people. Might be a little fun. We stopped going there a while back, though, because we were going with a group of female shooters, brand new. They were learning firearms for the first time, and they kept sending employees over to upsell this all-female pistol course. That, like, oh, hey, you can train. It's an all-female environment, and the group that we were a part of, it was a mix of military veterans, Army and Marine Corps, and law enforcement. And yes, there were brand new female shooters there, but we were all friends and family and acquaintances who were there instructing them. And, you know, the first time or two, okay. But after that, where they kept coming back over and over and over again, started to really piss off the new shooters. Because they're like, look, I'm just trying to focus on learning right now. Like, thanks for telling us about your group and, you know, your class, but we're trying to do something here. Leave us the fuck alone. And the one girl definitely got all offended and was just like, you realize these guys here are combat veterans, right? They've been overseas into the Middle East, and these guys here are cops. Like, they're instructing us. Like, we're fine. And funny enough, like, you think that had been the end of it, but they came back 2 more times. And after the second time of that, everyone just packed up and left. Because it's like, all right, you're going to keep bothering us. You're going to keep interrupting our shoots. You're going to keep interrupting our instruction. But we hadn't been back since. And we're going to give it a try. We're going to go again. You know, maybe that was just a fluke. Someone was really overzealous about selling their class, which we get. But we're going to try it again, because going out to the desert is great. And you can set up things how you want to set up, and you can do a lot more drills. Like, you can do sprint drills, all kinds of other stuff you can't do at an organized range. But an organized range is so much better for doing range videos and stuff. Mostly because we don't have to get up. If I want to go out to the desert and go to the range, I have to get up at frickin' 4 a.m. and be out the door by 5 to get there by 5:45 to 6, and there's still people there flooding up all of the berms because it's free, so everyone gets there early before, you know, the sun starts making everything all hot. But now we're coming into the point where this time of the year it's going to be cold, and, you know, we'll see what happens. Still, going out to the desert is definitely better. One, you're not spending money on range fees, but 2, you can also just do whatever drills you want to do, shoot how you want to shoot, which is nice. The downside, though, is sometimes you get really weird dudes out there, and they're definitely not being safe with their firearms. And it becomes a situation of, you know, these are people you don't know, so how do you admonish and deal with it? Then you also get the people who trash the desert. So they'll bring things like TVs and couches out there and shoot those up and then leave them there. And it's like, guys, it's BLM land. The whole reason it's unrestricted is because there is an expectation that we're going to pick up after ourselves. And you have the guys that go out there and shoot signs and shoot the cactus and, you know, some hillbilly retard shit. Some hood rat moron shit. Like, stop ruining it for everybody else. And take care of your own environment. Like, why would you want to trash your own state? What's wrong with you? I mean, go down to, like, frickin' Harbor Freight or some store and get a cheap tarp and then unload on the tarp. And then when you're done, pack the tarp up. You know? And then sometimes there are things I do understand. Like, if you're going out to an outdoor range that is, you know, unsupervised, going out to the desert, there are people who leave target stands out there for everyone else to use. We've done it, but you still clean up after yourself. Like, sure, you're leaving the target stand, or you're leaving a big old box out there, you know, a big old wooden box that everyone attaches targets to, and fine, but when you're done, you know, pack everything up and then leave the stand. And repair it if you can. If you've damaged it, if you're capable of repairing it to a degree, please repair it. But otherwise, you know, just pack whatever you packed in, pack out with you. Last time we went out to the desert, we packed everything back out with us, except someone had left a range stand out there for us to utilize, and whoever else. And so once we were done with that, we tidied that up and cleaned up everything else around it. Makes it good for the next. It's not a supervised area. It's not a professional range. It's just the desert. So there's nobody that's going to get paid to go and clean it up. So, you know, don't be a dick and clean up after yourself. I don't think that's unreasonable. But some people clearly do, because they keep doing it. Then, of course, those of you asking about like what's going on with California and stuff, yes, we are still shipping to California. As I mentioned earlier, we are going to stop barrels and complete slides on December 31st. And then, there we go. After that, it'll just be strip slides and parts kits. That's all we'll send to California after that. And then this whole thing going on with Glock, for those of you who are wondering, we're not really concerned about it. I'd say we're a little disappointed, but it's just a new era for the clone market. If Glock actually does officially come out and release that, yes, they're discontinuing all Gen 3 to 5 models, and they're going to only work on the V series, you know, the clone market will take over and handle everybody, take care of everybody. You're going to have Grit Grips, you're going to have Ruger RXM, you're going to have Geisler, freaking SCT, PSA, anybody else who's still making frames, and then the multitude of companies that are making slides. So, you know, you've got us, of course, Stiffler Manufacturing, have Zafiri, Gragos, you know, we're all handling your 17.4 style slides. And then there's a plethora of people doing 416. So, you know, the market will be there. And it's not like the OEM is just going to disappear from the market altogether. There's still millions of them out there. I mean, I went to the gun store yesterday, and they still had Glocks. They're not gone. You know, will they become scarce over time? Possibly. But the clone market will adjust for everybody. Hey, Tyler, how's it going? Welcome to Stiffler Manufacturing, where we make Glock clone slides. Out of 17.4 stainless steel, give them a nice coating in Cerakote. Might move on to other coatings in the future. Ported, stripped, completes, threaded barrels, ported barrels. So that's what we do. Right for the 19 and the 17. Y'all do the Lego style Glocks? I might need a little bit more expansion on that, because Glock basically is the Lego of firearms. You can make a 19 fit on a 26. You can make a Gen 3 fit on a Gen 5. Change out a couple of parts, boom, done. So I might need a little more expansion on what you mean by Lego style Glocks. We might beat the sun. But yeah, I mean, for those of you that are concerned about Glock, you know, discontinuing everything and going to the V series, there's still an entire clone market. And some of them are very good. Of course, that means, you know, you all have to get good at building, which, you know, plenty of you are going to do just fine. You guys are going to do great. There's a few people out there I've got some concerns about, where you can tell they never did any research whatsoever, and they've never clearly taken apart or put together a Glock before. Which is okay, we all start somewhere. Y'all gotta start somewhere. It's just the way of things. But some people walk in like, well, why doesn't this work? And it's like, my guy, relax, do some research, watch some YouTube videos, and we'll do a troubleshoot. We'll walk you through it. Of course, you know, the customer service side, it's like, you can't outright tell the guy they're wrong, which we end up doing sometimes, where it's just like, yeah, you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have did it the way you did it. And, you know, that's why your frame blew up. That's a allude to a story we told the other day, and we've told a few times. A customer, put a ported barrel in a non-ported slide, and they shot it. And that pressure had to go somewhere, and it went into the frame and cracked that frame. Yep. And they're like, well, I didn't know. And it was like, well, come on, man. Ported barrel. Like, 2+2, you should have had a ported slide. And, you know, funny enough, the slide still works fine. 17.4 steel, it runs like a champ. It's just the pressure had to go somewhere, and it cracked the dude's polymer frame. So he ended up putting that slide on another frame. And, you know, we joke about it now. And we're glad in the moment, you know, he's fine. He didn't get hurt or anything. It's just, it's funny, you know. Stuff happens. People make mistakes. Or it's like anybody who gets an FRT and they wonder why, after running it a bunch of times, why some of their parts kits are wearing out. And it's like, well, yeah, man, you're running it at a higher cyclic rate than what those parts were originally designed for. So, of course, you're going to see faster wear and tear. Like, just go buy another parts kit, get some extra parts, you're good to go. It's like, well, and some people, it's like they have the thought process that the gun should just run forever. It's like, no, it's a machine. It's parts. They wear out. You're creating little tiny explosions and heat and pressure. Like, stuff is going to wear out eventually. It's why competition shooters end up swapping out barrels after a while. They shoot so much that they just need to get a new barrel after a while, or they need to change out parts kits. It happens. Professional shooters change out their kits quite frequently compared to the average shooter. It's like, have you ever seen a ammo dump where the barrel warps? It's like, yeah, stuff wears out if you don't give it time to rest and cool down, if you don't clean it, and then just the parts wear down over time. You're gonna have to replace springs, you're gonna have to replace guide rod, you're gonna have to, stuff wears down over time. And so adding in an FRT, you are speeding up that wear down process. It's not complicated, but people ask, like, well, hey, why this, why that? And not, you know, just like with us. I've talked with some other gun manufacturing companies and parts manufacturing companies, and they get the same comments. And it's just like, somebody clearly didn't get 2+2. You know? Is what it is. Hey, 10X Shooters, what's going on, man? Tyler, I don't know if you're still with us, man, but I need a little more expansion on the Lego style Glocks. Like, is it made with Legos, or are you talking about, like, parts changing, or what's up, man? Need a little more expansion there. Oh, going off and getting some side work done today. Right on, man, getting some training in? Heck yeah. Oh, I'll probably green screen in a bit, because where I'm going, they don't have permission, or they've not given me permission to show them on live, so I'll green screen for a bit while I'm there, and then I'll get back on the road again. I don't like, you know, public stuff is public, you know, public recording, whatever, but we're going on to, oh my God, man, why are your high beams on? You dick. That's okay, we're just angling our mirrors right back at you. You asshole. Oh. Teaching Force on Force, then CCW class at noon. Right on, man. The ones that get me are dudes that drive around with their high beams on and their fog lights on at the same time. Like, holy shit, dude. You blind son of a bitch. Let's see, what should we green screen while I do this? Because we're getting closer to where I gotta go be. Woo. Normally I just show it, but I don't have their permission, so we're gonna swap that up a bit. let's see. What do we have? What do we have? What are we going to show off? SM19 Hellet in Arctic White. Why not? With a copper PVD barrel. That's what we'll show off. Hey, Robert Fulmore, what's going on, man? We are in Arizona. It's getting all distorted from the driving. 10X shooters, man. Have a good one. Good luck with your classes. Yep, we are based in Arizona. We were in Florida for a short stint when we first started our shop, but moved back to our home state of Arizona. And we've got a few local gun shops here that have our slides in stock. We've got Task Force Red, Firearms and Gunsmithing, and then there is the Hub in Tucson, Mesa, and Lakeside. Sirius Arms up in Prescott. Oh, and Task Force Red, they're in Tucson. So yeah, we got a few local shops that carry our stuff. Then, of course, there's some distributors we ship everything out to. Let's see. We're getting in. Okay. They're not here yet, so I'll start this paperwork up for them. Doing some side work today before we go into the machine shop, making some slides and whatnot. Got to earn that extra money. Matt, what's going on, man? Yes, we do. Our 19 and 17 Viper, as well as the 19 and 17 Turbo, are all ported slides. And we do still have some Leonidas's out there. Those are ported as well. And we're working on the 26, and the 26 will be ported for the first run. Oh yeah, they picked up some of our slides a while back. If you ever pop in, feel free to ask about them. They've got them in little plastic boxes, and I believe they have, you know, the Hub might still have our flash slide. They might be one of the last shop, them and Sirius Arms. They might be the last two gun shops that have our original flash slide. As I think they also have some Vipers there as well. Yeah, in a variety of different colors. Yeah, if you're in, feel free to ask about the slides. We talked to them about a month ago. I should probably call them up again. They said they still have them in stock. Oh, we'll be loud and proud once the 26 is ready. I'm hoping to range test it in the next week or two. And if we like how everything goes with the range testing, then we'll start production. And we've already sold, well, pre-sold, I should say, 50 of them to go off to a distributor. And then we've got a host of others just waiting in line who are like, hey, man, once it's ready, let me know. I want one. You know, everyone's all excited for the 26X coming out of Glock store. I don't blame them. I kind of want to get the 26X. I'm not thrilled about the price, like $150 for a frame without a parts kit, but I still kind of want it. Because, I mean, I have a 26, I have a 26 Gen 4, and I just don't like, you know, when you're a male, you have, you know, larger hands, and they just don't, you know, fit as well. My pinky slides right under the magazine, you know? So I'm kind of excited for a 26X. That might make this more fun to shoot. Let's see, we've got that, we've got that. There we go. On that one. There we go. Yep, the first 26 will be ported. It'll be similar to our turbo slide. And let's swap up the screen a bit, because now you guys have seen our white slide there. How about something else? How about purple? Also a Hellet slide, but just in bright purple. It's an H-Series Cerakote. along with a rainbow barrel. And then all of our slides are made out of 17-4 stainless steel. So other companies that do the same thing are going to be like Zev, Zafiri, Grey Ghost. Brownells used to do it out of 17-4, but from what I understand, they've switched down to 416. And I understand they've changed, either they've told their machinist, whatever machine company they have making the slides for them, they've told them to switch to 416 and do a new design, or they got a new company to do it. Don't know for sure. Just that's comments I'm seeing across various, social media groups and whatnot. 17-4 is fine gun steel. I mean, it's what a lot of barrels are made out of. Slides too, in the aftermarket anyway. But 17-4, it's definitely stronger steel, more corrosion resistant. It's a little more expensive. That's why people go with 416. It's cheaper to buy. It's easier on your end mills. 17-4 is just a little rougher. But it makes a much sturdier slide. And you can do more stuff with it too. You can do some crazier designs with 17-4 because it's stronger. Whereas 416, some designs, they'll tend to crack. There we go. Just waiting on this guy to show up. I'll keep the green screen up until next time, I don't have their permission to record. And until I do, green screen it is. But that's okay. I can show you off some gun builds and whatnot. There we go. Swap off to another one. See, he hasn't shown up just yet. Now that one's nice. Something about the copper PVD barrel just looks really good. Don't know what it is exactly, but it just looks nice. Hey, Omar, what's going on? Yeah, I'm hoping to range test it in the next week or two. If everything goes well. I just went to the, not the range, I went to the gun shop yesterday, picked up some more ammo. So yeah, I'm hoping, I am hoping that we'll get to range test it soon. Let's see, there we go. Got that there, got that there. And then, of course, if the range testing goes well, you guys are going to see me all loud and proud about it. Okay, I think that's everything. All right, let me go. Yep, there he is. He's pulling in. Okay, I'm going to go turn this into him, get where he wants me to go, and then we're going to be back on the road. So we'll be back in just a second, guys. All right, I am back. Got my dispatch list. Not sure if it's my phone setting or bad eyes, but I can't read what this is. Custom work, maybe? Yes, welcome to Stiffler Manufacturing, Robert. So this slide here that's on the build, we make these, along with a bunch of others. Let me see if I could show some others off. Here we go.